Hi guys, welcome to our channel. This is Dark and Spirit, and we're playing 99 Nights in the Forest today. So the audio I originally recorded, it didn't record for some reason, so I'm doing a voiceover so you can't hear Dark, but in the other videos I'll fix that. Sorry about that. So first we're getting wood so we can level up the fire in the beginning because that'll help in the future. Then I also need to plant saplings so that trees are near our base because sometimes they're really far and I can't find any. This is just going to be a little montage of getting wood and putting it into the fire so that the fire levels up. Okay, so we did enough for now, and I don't want us to starve later on, so I'm going to go get some food by killing wolves. When I got that wolf pelt on the first time I killed a wolf, I was really happy because not every time they drop a wolf pelt, and there's a pelt trader who comes and you can trade that and bunny feet to get better things like a good axe or a good sack or flashlights or guns and stuff, and that's really helpful. So I was trying to kill another bunny to see if I could get bunny feet, but I didn't. So also, if you haven't played this game before, when you get food, you need to cook it, meat, you need to cook it at the fire by dropping it next to it first, and it'll change your color to darker. So that's why I was doing that. Then I went out to go get more food because if you've played this before, you know that the food runs out fast, so you need a lot of it if you have a lot of people playing, or at least multiple people. And then my hunger bar was half empty, so I ate some food. Then on day 2, the pet trader came, so I was trying to get a bunny foot to give to him, and I was really happy because we were making some good progress because there were rounds where I did way worse before, and this was pretty good for me. And this is me trying to save one of the kids, and this is me getting beat up by a wolf and retreating back to the fire to heal. Then I was feeling brave again and tried to go out and get that wolf that almost killed me, which wasn't a good idea because I had less than half of my health. And then I realized night was coming soon, so I ran away. Also, this game is called 99 Nights in the Forest on Roblox. Now I wanted to get revenge on that wolf who almost killed me, so I came back and I started fighting them, and this was not the same wolf. Then Dark told me that he needed help, so I was struggling to get over there because he was getting attacked by the deer and an alpha wolf. So, yeah. Also, the deer doesn't like light, so then if you shine a light on it, it'll stop for a minute, and if it's a really bright light, then it'll run away. When it goes to the fire, it runs away sometimes. Then I was distracting the alpha wolves, which I accidentally ran into more wolves. So I was getting chased by a ton of alpha wolves, and that was not fun. Then I ran into Dark again, and I think the wolves started going after him instead in the deer, so I didn't really end up helping him all that much. And then I was hungry, so I went back to the fire, which I was going back anyway, to get food, and then Dark died, so I had to go save him later, and then the wolves and the deer started coming after me instead. Then I went looking for bandages or medkits to try to save Dark, and then I ended up finding 2, which was good. Then I went and saved Dark. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but Dark is my little brother. He is 4 years younger than me, so yeah. Then you can hear the music getting more intense because we were about to get attacked. And 3 cultists came, and we ended up killing them, and yeah. And during this time, I was just trying to work on the fire because I knew it was going to rain soon. And then I went back out to try to go fight some more wolves to get the kid. Then Dark took the kid, and we got some loot and headed back to the fire. Most of these cliffs are me cutting down trees and putting them into the fire. while I was looking for trees to cut down, I found a hospital, so I killed the wolf that followed me in. I grabbed the med kit that was in there and the bandages that were in there because we really needed it since Dark kept getting himself killed. I found another chest and it had a spear in it, which is really helpful because spears really help with fighting people and animals. Then we got the fire to max level, which fully revealed the map. Then the cultists came back again and tried to fight us, but I don't know why they didn't learn their lesson from last time. If you saw your other people die, why would you come back again? Then I did this because I thought it was really satisfying and we needed the logs for later when it would rain. Then I built a lightning rod for when it would storm so I wouldn't get struck by lightning. And we were making really good progress, so we decided to go out and explore the new snow biome area because we hadn't seen it yet and it just came out that day. And there were cute little Arctic foxes that I didn't want to kill, but then I saw it hurting my brother, so I went and fought them because I didn't know they were going to hit us, but they did, so I started hitting them back. And I killed 2 of them. Then Dark told me to come follow him to this cabin, and you could make clothing that would help you in this biome so you wouldn't freeze as fast. Then I was trying to go back into the cabin, but this Arctic fox started following me and trying to hit me, so I killed it, and I got an Arctic fox pelt that helps you make beanies. When I turned around, I saw the deer trying to come in the building, and I didn't know they could, so I ran back to the fire because Dark left me to die by myself. Then I found out that he hadn't actually come back to the fire. He went to go explore more, and he died by the deer, so I had to go save him the next day. First, I got a bunny foot so I could finish making the beanie, and then I went to save him. Then I finished making the beanie, and then I went outside to figure out if it was actually good or not, and it actually helped a lot with the meter. Then I also made Dark one so he wouldn't freeze. Then we killed some cultists again, and then I went back out the next day because I was making the earmuffs, because I was trying to make all of the clothing so that I would get a badge. And then I killed Arctic foxes the next day because I was trying to get the pelts, but I didn't get any. And Dark called me over because he found a chest in ice, so I helped him get that. I had just gotten a diamond. Then I found another chest, so we opened that. I got snowballs. I spent the next day cutting down trees for the fires since it had been raining a lot and we've been busy and haven't been working on the fire. Then we got attacked again. The next day, I went and killed some Arctic foxes trying to get more pelts. I killed 6 of them and I still didn't get any. I guess they don't really drop often. Then Dark had found another chest, so I opened it and I got an ice axe. A few nights later, Dark had been getting chased by the deer, so I came over to help. After that, we made it to night 50 and we got 2 diamonds for it. After a full day of looting, the cultists came again and they killed Dark, so I had to get rid of them myself. Then I finally revived Dark again. Then I went out to try to get the next kid, but I accidentally dropped the spear, so I had to grab it, and thankfully I didn't get killed by the alpha wolves. And then I got chased by 3 alpha wolves and another wolf, so I had to kill them before I could go back. Also, I would like to say that I'm so thankful that there's shift lock on mobile in this game now, because I would not have been able to kill them if there wasn't shift lock. Then I dropped off my food that I had gotten from killing the alpha wolves, and I went back out to try to save Dark from the deer again. I flashed the light, but Dark still didn't come out, and then he asked for me to shine the light on the deer, and I said I did, and then he's like, no you didn't, even though I tried, and then I started getting attacked for him, so and when he watches this on my screen, he can see that I did, and I dropped my spear again. I went back to the fire to eat food so I could heal faster from my failed attempt to save Dark. Then I went exploring again and I saw a polar bear running at me, so I ran away. Then I found another chest in ice, and I was so cold to the point where I couldn't sprint anymore just for a diamond, which I didn't know I was going to get a diamond, but diamonds aren't bad, but I did all that just for a diamond. Then Dark started making furniture to decorate the area, and I put down bear traps. I I'd waited out the night before going back to get my spear that I dropped before. Later, I went to go kill the last alpha wolf to save the second child. Then I opened the gold chest and I'd gotten a strong flashlight, and I took the kid and went back to the fire. I brought the flashlight with me since Dark didn't have one yet. Then I went back out to go kill some more Arctic foxes. Then I went back to the fire because we were going to be attacked tonight. I tried to fight as many as I could so they wouldn't all go chasing after Dark because he kept dying before and I didn't want to waste a bunch of bandages. Then I killed the last cultist and I was really happy because we hadn't died that night. Then we spent the whole next day cutting down trees and working on the fire and crafting table. At this point, I was starting to get bored because it was really tedious just cutting down trees, getting food, fighting cultists, and we hadn't explored anything new in a while, but I wanted to survive past 99 days. Then I just waited out the night again. The next morning, I went out to try to go find the next kid, but then I found a hospital with bandages, so I went in there. Then I ran over to try to kill the bear, but it started running at me because I was planning to go on top of the hill and shoot it, but it started chasing after me, and then I almost went into that trap, but I didn't, and I was trying to kill this alpha wolf that came after me. After that, I started getting chased by cultists and an alpha wolf, and I almost died, so I had to go back to the fire. I was going to eat some food so I could heal and get rid of my stuff, but then Dark died again, so I really had to hurry up and heal so I could go save him. The next morning, I was fully healed, so I went back out to go revive him. After reviving him, I went back to the fire to prepare since we were being attacked that night, and I went out to scavenge after that. I found a gold chest, which usually have really good loot in it, so I opened that, and I got a strong axe. Then by the time I finished scavenging, it was already night, so I went back to the fire right before the cultist came. Then Dark had died again, leaving me to fight the cultist alone. And to make things even better, I accidentally dropped my spear again, so I had to go back and grab that. I'd almost died multiple times during this night, so I thought it would be the end, but it wasn't. I knew I probably wouldn't survive on my own with that health, so I used a bandage, and I went to go fight the cultists again. I was honestly doing really well, but then I dropped my spear again, which was really frustrating. I wasn't able to grab my spear, and I knew I wouldn't be able to survive on my own, so I went back to revive Dark. Then we went back to the fire to go kill the cultists, and I was able to get my spear back, and we kicked their butts. After a long night and morning of killing cultists, the fire was running out, so we got some wood and helped that. And Dark had put down this really pretty light pole thing. The next day, I went out to go fight the bears and try to save the third child, but Dark had died again. I didn't use my map, so I got lost, and I ran back to the fire without finding the kid. Then I waited out the night, and I went out to save Dark. I revived him again, and then I went out to go find the bear and kill it. Once I killed the bear, I had an alpha wolf chasing me, so I'd kill it first. I grabbed the key, but there were alpha wolves blocking, and I didn't have full health, so I just started running and hoped for the best. But then the key disappeared, and I didn't know what that meant. I thought I had to redo it, so I started panicking, and Dark had gotten upset at me, but it's not my fault, I didn't know. Then we were getting attacked, and this night was a complete mess, and I'm really surprised we didn't die because I picked up a bear trap on accident instead of hitting the guy, and then I dropped my spear, and I was low health. Then I accidentally dropped my spear again, but it was okay, because I killed 2 cultists, and then I dropped my spear again. Sadly, I just skipped the cutscene because we were still getting attacked, but if you want to see it, you could just search it up on YouTube. Then for the rest of the day, we just put the corpses into the fire and put wood in, and then I waited out the night. And then Dirk died again. Then I went out to go save him again. Then once I revived him, I was gonna go back to the fire, but I saw a fuel thing, so I grabbed that and I went looting. Then I found out that when I had the key earlier, when it disappeared, it automatically unlocked the door, and I was gonna save the kid, but I was starving, so I had to go run back to the fire. And I pretty much just waited out the night again. In the morning, I went back to go save the kid. After putting the kid in my sack and opening the chest, I set up bear traps for the cultists. And Dark had accidentally disconnected, so it said he died. Then when the cultists came, I dropped my spear again, and Dark had died again. I ran around the fire like 5 times, and I couldn't find it, so I ended up just using my gun. Also, this was extremely risky, because I'd almost died. And after I killed all of them, I found my spear. Then I got some food and ate it because my hunger bar was low. I also put Dark onto a bed for the last 5 seconds of the night before looking for a bandage or a medkit. Also, I held him in my sack so I could revive him faster when I found it. Once I've revived him, I went back to the fire to get the fuel back up. I have no idea why Dark was pretending to help me when his axe was too weak for this tree. Then I pretty much spent the whole night working on the fire. In the morning, I set up the bear traps because we were going to be attacked that night and I knew we probably wouldn't survive. And the only way I wanted to end this was by getting a badge from the bear traps. Then I finished setting up the bear traps before Dark had started his turn. Then, once he finished, I had to set them back up for my turn. Once I finished setting them up, I walked in them, and it was kind of tedious, but it's okay because I got the badge, and that was the end of our game. We made it to day 127. That is the end of the video. Thank you so much if you watched it, because this took me over 4 hours to work on with recording and editing. So, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Bye!